Okay, so let's pretend that this is a quiz question or a test question, right? And it says graph each equation without using technology. Be sure to have the exact vertex and at least 2 correct points on either side of the lines of symmetry. So here, I'm going to split this screen here. Let's see, let's move forward to number 6. Okay, so here I want at least I want a couple points, and I want a picture, and then it says make sure you have your vertex and at least 2 points on either side of the line of symmetry. Okay, so looking at this picture, people are saying, hey, Ms. Johnson, I already know it's going to go down. Ms. Johnson, I already know it's going to be shifted up. There's a couple things that you guys already know. Very strong work. So if you don't know this part right here, if you already don't know why this person said, hey, Ms. Johnson, it's going to be, it's a parabola. Very good. It's opening up, it's opening downwards, and it shifted up 3. If you don't know why this person said that, you should be looking here and saying, hey, why? Why would they say that? Oh, look at that 3. I wonder if that 3 has to do with this 3. Huh, maybe. And then, oh, opening down. I wonder if that negative has to do with this down. And it's true. So I want to say, like, here's my normal vertex. I'm going to make my original guy in orange, right? And then you all said that he needs to be shifted up 3. So 1, 2, 3 right here, Miss Johnson. Yeah. So here's my parabola. It's going to look like this. It's opening downward, right? So my vertex, if you want, I don't know, you can go X and then Y. So my vertex is at 0, 3. Oops, not 5, 3. Yeah. Okay. Oops. Wait, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Okay. So I need a couple more points in there, and I need to draw a couple more. So then how would I get more points? How would I get more points? Because it says, and at least 2 correct points on either side of the line of symmetry. Where's more point? How do I get more points? Any ideas on how I would get more points? What would I do if I wanted more points? Yeah, on each side of the parabola. Yeah, I would just replace X with a number. Oh, any number? Sure. Any number I want? Yeah. So like 1? Yes. Okay. So I'm going to find 1. I'm going to plug in 1 right here, and I'm going to see what I get. Okay. So I'm going to start plugging in 1. So I'm going to go like this. F of 1 equals to -1 squared plus 3. I use parentheses to get everything, to plug in stuff correctly, because I want to make sure I do it correctly. So when I plug in this, I get 1 squared, which is 1. -1 plus 3 is just 2. Hey, if this boggles you and you're like, I don't know how to do this, Ms. Johnson, use a calculator. Okay, at this point, just use a calculator. So I have the point 1, 2. So you should read this as 1, 2. Oh, like this, 1, 2. Yes, 1, 2. Because I know this is 1, 2, what else do I know? Because I know that this is 1, 2, what else do I know? Ooh, wait, where did you get that one from? Someone said -1, 2. Maybe they read it wrong. No, this is +1. Oh, wait. So you're saying to me, I can reflect the point that I do have across the my line of symmetry? Yeah. So I have another point at -1, 2. Oh, Okay, so just put it right there, negative 1, 2. Boop. Right? Very good. It is symmetrical. Strong work. Very, very good. Very good. Okay, so this is like one of those twofers. If I get one, I really get two. Yes, you really get two. Okay, so then I would plug in another point, Miss Johnson. So let's plug in another point. I don't know. Let's do 2. Oops, you probably can't see that. Sorry. F of 2 equals negative 2 squared plus 3. I'll be your calculator for you. You can plug this in later. It's not 50% off. That's funny. Okay, so I got negative 4 plus 3, which is negative 1. So I have the point F of 2 is negative 1. Sorry, it's going to show up. It's just slow today. I don't know why. My iPad says working offline, an error occurred. Yeah, I know. Okay, so can you just trust me that I plugged in F of 2? I plugged in F of 2 and I got out negative 1. Here, I will show you the work that I did here. So when I plugged in, let's see, when I plugged in negative 2, positive 2. I got negative parentheses 2 quantity squared. No, squared, right? And then I added 3 to that. So this right here obviously is negative 4. And then I added 3 to it and I got negative 1. So I got the point as 2 comma negative 1. So 2 comma negative 1 here. And our friend already told us that it reflects, it's symmetrical. So because I have this guy here, and this is my line of symmetry, then I go like this, look, 1, 2, 1, 2, boom. Good. Do you guys all see my little mini parabola right there? Don't do it like I did. I was trying to be fancy when I was like learning how to do this and I made it a V. It's not a V. It's a curve. It's like if I dropped a ball here, it would go whoosh, 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 right? Okay. It actually goes whoosh, in case you didn't know that. All right, continue on, Miss Johnson. All right, so for this one too, you should be able to do this. Tell me about this one. Give me some words. Miss Johnson, I know it's this. Miss Johnson, I know it's this. Miss Johnson, I know it's this. I'm still trying to get a couple of you to have at least 2 things of participation. Some of you only have 1. Let's go. Come on. Boom, boom. Yes, someone said it opens up, Miss Johnson. Yes, this opens up. I agree with you. What else? Someone said it shifted down 5. Someone else said it shifted down 5. Very good. I agree with that. Shifted down 5. Oh, someone else said it shifted to the left 2. Very good. Very good. Someone said it starts at. I like this word. I like this word of it starts at. Okay, because later on we're going to talk about that. And then, so we gave a word for that. We said it was the vertex. So do you understand why this person, one of your classmates, one of your buddies said, hey, Miss Johnson, I know this starts at -2, 5. You guys all see that? Does everybody see that? Yeah, because it says -5 left 2. So if you start at 0, 0 and you go left 2 up 5, do you guys all see my parabola there? It starts at, right? You guys can kind of see it like this, whoosh, whoosh, yeah. Very good. I'm going to leave you to this. You are absolutely right. You guys said all the right words. The one thing that I want to say is, if I said to you, I'm going to change this question, and I just said, label the vertex, and I gave it to you here. By looking at this equation, are you going to be able to tell me just what the vertex is? Would you be able to do that? Yeah. Yeah, you would. Very good. Okay, so I'm going to move on to this one. I'm going to skip this actually. Okay. This is the generic form of the equation. Don't look at this and be like, oh my gosh, Miss Johnson, look at all those letters. Let's practice. What's the H letter? Oh, the vertex was -5. Yeah, this vertex right here was correct. It's -2,5. Not -5. Oh, it is -5. Oh my goodness, Miss Johnson. Thank you, thank you. I think this person just forgot to type a negative. My bad. Nice catch there. Yes, it is -5. I'm going to stick in a little negative there. Thank you. Nice catch. Good job. Yeah, it is -5. Very good. Very good. Okay, really quickly. So for this one right here, what point is the vertex of the parabola? Looking at this, what's the vertex of your parabola? For this one right here. Yeah. So can you guys remind yourself, what was the vertex here for this one? What was your vertex here? Someone said it's -2, and then I misread, and it's -5. Exactly. It's -2, -5, right? So do you see your vertex here? Okay. I'm going to put letters instead. Don't get lost. What would your vertex here be for this parabola? Yeah, very strong work. It's HK, Miss Johnson. Exactly. Good work. It's H, K. Miss Johnson, why is it HK? Because this was the backwards. Remember, X lives in backwards land and K just goes straight up, right? The equation of the line of symmetry is interesting. So if we go back to here, right? Where's the line of symmetry for this one? So let me get rid of all this stuff here. Where's the line of symmetry for this one? Give me the number. Because you can't describe to me, hey, Ms. Johnson, it's right there. I don't know what you're pointing at, right? Because I can't see your fingers. Yes, very good. So someone said, Ms. Johnson, the line of symmetry is here at -3. But notice here, when I put -3 in here, I need to know which variable you're talking about. Are you talking about y equals -3? Like this? Is that the line that you wanted? No, very good. I wanted x, Miss Johnson. Oh, can I put x here? Like that? Is that the line of symmetry you were talking about? Yes. So, okay, can you write out my line of symmetry? It's x equals -3. Your job now is to be a detective. Where do you see that here? And does it make sense? Where do you see it here? Does it make sense? Where's x is equal to -3? Where does that say it here in my equation? Yes, very good. So someone says, hey, Miss Johnson, it's right there with your +3 because that's the x. And remember how x is opposite? Exactly. Okay, fine. Go back to letters. Don't freak out on me. Don't do it. Write my equation for my line of symmetry. What would that be? I don't like that. Sorry. What's my line of symmetry? X equals H. Very good. I don't want you to, I want you to be little. X equals H. So let's practice, let's practice, let's practice. What would the line of symmetry be here? What would the line of symmetry be here? Oops, I can't see it. And then I'm going to check. I don't believe you. Just kidding. I do believe. -5. Let me turn this guy off really quick. I turned you off. There you go. Yeah, so write it as an equation. Very good. So it has to say x equals -2. Very good. Let's see. So x equals -2. And then you say, oh, I don't believe you, Miss Johnson. Okay, then write it in. X equals -2. Is that where you wanted your line of symmetry? Everyone's like, yeah. So when you're writing a line of symmetry, you got to give me the x equals 2. Because look it, Desmos doesn't know what you're talking about when you put -2. They're like, great, you know a number. Yay. But when you write x equals, now it's like, oh, you're talking about this line right here. And you're like, yeah, very good. Let's continue on. Okay, how can you tell if a parabola opens up or down? How can you tell if a parabola opens up or down? How can you tell if it opens up or down? Good. Now look at this here. Who's in charge of opening up and down? You said H and K were my vertex. You said H was X is equal to H was my line of symmetry. Who is in charge of opening up or down? Yes. So you're saying if A is positive, it opens up. So let me do like my little shorthand here. If A is positive, it opens up. If A is negative, it opens down. Okay, this is how we say it in English. I am going to show you how to say it in math. Ready? We go like this. So opens up when A is greater than 0. A is greater than 0 is people's way of saying it's positive. It opens down when A is less than 0. So again, this is the fancy way of saying A is positive. This is the fancy way of saying A is negative. Don't be intimidated by it. Don't be like, oh my gosh, it's confusing. No, it's not, right? What number is bigger than 0? Like, oh, 10, Miss Johnson. Yeah, so imagine if I put a 10 right here, you all should be like, oh my gosh, he's gonna be so skinny, Miss Johnson. Give him a burger. I know, I think so too. Okay, how do you identify the vertical stretch? The vertical stretch. Which number here is in charge of a vertical stretch? Vertical means up and down, and stretch, I want you to think about a rubber band. I'm stretching that rubber band, right? It's also A. Very good. It's also A. Okay. And this is actually asking you, how do you know when he's skinny or fat? That's the normal way of asking it, but they're going to ask it to you in math terms. So how do you identify if the parabola is going to be skinny or fat? Okay. So it is still A. And if A is well, I'm not going to say it. How did you tell up here? All the way back here, remember? All the way back here. How did you tell when he was skinny or fat? Yeah, by A. This fraction guy made him fat, and the number made him skinnier. So I will show you how to write that in regular math terms. So they go like this, right? So fat is when A is between 1 and -1. And skinny is when X is, I'm going to do the oopsie. So I'll explain more of this next time. Give me a second.